we are going to now create the rest of the beans for local session factory. As you know, in previous video, we have created the bean of data source and the schema like testDB. So let me just go and open my Spring ORM project and show you. This is my POM file, in which lastly I have added every dependencies, and this is my config.xml file. Now let's create the second bean, which is the local session factory bean. Control Shift T, local session factory bean. As you already know, we are going to copy the class name, and then with the class name we also need the package name. Let me just paste. Then again let's go and copy the package name. Put a dot, then save. Now let's give the bean a reference name. I am going to use factory. As you already know, this bean requires some property. First is the data source, which we have created. So let's just give the name data source. You have to write as it is data source and then pass the reference of your driver manager data source. So reference is equals to the bean name, as this is a reference bean. You can also use a property injection or p-schema. I am using a property. Let me just auto close it. Then the second is Hibernate dialect. We are using Hibernate, so the second property we have to give is for Hibernate properties. In the PPT, I have just given a short information. Here I am going to write all the Hibernate properties which are required. So the first Hibernate properties is the Hibernate dialect. So we are going to use props for property injection. Props is for one or more property injection. Inside props, we are going to use prop for the first property. Here we are going to have three properties. The first prop, key and value pair. This here comes your Hibernate dialect. As we are using MySQL Hibernate dialect, I will show you how to search it. So Hibernate dialect, this is the key, and let's give the value Control Shift T. We can also directly write it. Control Shift T, just search for Hibernate. Okay. Hibernate dialect. It's not there. Okay, we don't have to search Hibernate dialect. We have to search MySQL, as I am using MySQL database. So sorry. So I'm going to choose MySQL 57 dialect, copy the class name, paste here. Prop has a key and its value. As you know, we are going to also get the package name. Copy. Dot. Don't forget to put the dot. This is my first prop, Hibernate dialect. Let me just add 2 more properties. This property can be seen after project completes. I will show you this as well. First, the key, I'm going to use Hibernate dot show hyphen SQL underscore SQL. This will show the SQL statements that are executed. I will write it true. I want to see the SQL statement, that is why it is true. By default, it is not there. And the third property, in this property, table creation is there. So I'm going to use Hibernate dot h d hbm d to d dl. Here I'm going to just write update. DDL update. This particular prop will reuse the table automatically. So here either we can write create or update. For now I'm going to write here update, and then I will show you what happens when we write create there. So here we have created Hibernate properties like Hibernate dialect, show SQL. Then the third property, as you know, is annotated classes. Here, annotated classes. We have completed Hibernate dialect. Sorry, it's 3. It's the third property, annotated classes. The classes which we have marked with @entity. So that we are not going to create the table. Spring ORM is going to create the table for us. So let's go. And just write the third and last property. Let's have a property tag, annotated classes. Please write as what I am writing properly as shown here. Annotated a small dated classes. As we can have more than one annotated classes, so inside property we have to open a list element, list tag. Inside the list we can have n numbers of annotated classes. For now, for this project, I am having only one. So let's just copy and paste the package name here. Okay, value, we have to use a value tag for getting the value of annotated class. Save it and just let me just go and open my model class product. we need the package, copy it, and then paste inside the value tag or value element. Okay, let me do it properly. Paste it and the class name product. Okay, sorry, dot product, P capital. Here we have created the bean for local session factory. After this, we have to inject this bean to Hibernate template. Okay, this is the bean of local session factory as we have seen in a PPT, local session factory, data source, Hibernate dialect. This is the 3 properties for local session factory. Thank you.